But hold on to that thought. Raven Carry, a man who has been on our eyes for being an absolute beast indeed, tossing in nades. Oh, that's chunky indeed. And they're coming in for the kill. Prototype, he's just sweating bullets right now. He's barely alive. He's going to get hunted down, ganged up on by Team Tumulus, gets completely annihilated, and none of his teammates are nearby. And that is so unfortunate for Prototype. The rest of his teammates so far away, there's nothing they can do. Gurkha does land a couple of shots, but even if he does get a knock, I don't think they're going to get the kill. And that's an unfortunate casualty, going the way of Team Hype, who have not been having much of a good time.
And after that nade coming in, he was very low on his HP. Now Team Tamilas look forward to make a rotation, and they, I guess, moving on towards the members of Team Hype as we see the cars ramming in, and SK49 trying to kind of enter and kind of stop the push, but Team Tamilas too strong, too much for Team Hype. Will if he wants to go aggressive on that fight, but Ultron has been taken down. Meanwhile, our Team Tamilas would want to push it on towards the members of Team Cells as they're slowly closing in. The spray rushing on towards the member of Team Cells, but our Team Cells are providing that cover fire from behind. You see Ataki dropping that grenade, and it might damage them a lot, but Ataki going with that Uzi knock. Mr. Spray has been taken down as well. Meanwhile, Rock's trying to spray down onto its carry, and with within a blink of an eye, we see Team Tamilas being eliminated, Blake.
That is incredible stuff. That is
a fight they would want to take, but Bhishma taking a knock towards Giant Mara's Nang, and UME finally getting off to a really, really good start. But hold on, Bhishma has already been knocked down as well.
Bhishma's a knockdown, a quick trade coming in, and 422 OP. That Molotov could burn a lot of people alive. He's burning to a crisp, and he's going to be cremated. Ruthless by 420. He's looking for more. He's going to get a jumping drop. John Mara are getting annihilated, eviscerated, decimated right now. And this is looking rough. And it's Sonnen just hugging the rock in fear, wondering how every one of his teammates just fell down. You Mumba, they know they have the fangs, and they sink deep into the flesh of John Mara. One member remains Sonnen behind the rock, and 420 OP, he's just racking up bullets at the rock. He's like, I don't care if it's a rock, I'm just going to be swatting his feet. I believe that. And unfortunately, he's not going to be doing much damage. I do believe it's just a visual glitch. The damage won't be dealt though, and now they're pushing in for the hunt, looking to wipe out John Mara. And look at Pansing teaming up with his teammate, and he's going to get knocked. In fact, somehow Sonnen staying alive. He's got 2 knocks here, and Destro needs to save his teammates. He's going to come from above like an angel of that. He looks the wrong way, but he gets the kill, and that is going to be Chala hitting the ground, getting knocked out alongside the rest of his team, and Mumba, they survive. In the meantime, TSM now with a fight against Orange Rock. Finally, it's happening. Fixes, finally the battle we've been waiting for, teased with for so long is happening. But Orange Rock, they're going to come out on top. TSM Managers are going to hit the ground. They're going to face their grave, and they're going to meet their maker. And Orange Rock, like a rock in the breeze, they stand firm.
I mean, the entire credit in this particular fight will definitely go to Viru. We will definitely talk about that, but a little bit later as the fight has been broken down between Fnatic and Mumba as Pansing takes a knock onto its Ash and will finish him off in the blink of an eye. But still, Destro holding his grounds off against the mighty Team Fnatic. Ronak still trying his best to try to protect his teammates, but will he be able to do so? Meanwhile, a rest being given down, and Oasis has still fallen. I want to see West Counters. Meanwhile, Pansing gets blown away with that grenade. Ronak still trying hard, and that's where Team Fnatic stands tall, eliminating the entirety of Team UME in fashion.
One crawling around, and now we have Shifu laying down some covering fire here. Ultron's trapped. He's in a rough spot indeed. He's trying his best to stay alive. Almost gets the kill. He's going to be pushing in, and he's going to actually get the knock here. Someone staying alive, Ultron, but he is riddled with bullets right above him. Bullets whizzing past him, and Orange Rock will finally hit the ground. They go out in 11th position, 4 kills to their name. And of course, majority of the kills coming in with that team wipe on the TSM entity. And now, oh, this is looking rough with Dead Eyes. They just have the 1 player standing. Couple knocked down, and you can see Fnatic in the distance. In the horizon, the Wolves are running away right now. They're going to be just running around the periphery of the circle, waiting for the next meal. They're hungry. They're starved. They're looking for more.
I mean, Ronak, what an amazing performance by this lad. And he's improved towards the members of VSG Crawlers as the fight erupts between Marcus Gaming. But look at that
Oh,
car. Oh my god,
oh
Blake.
no, Surya! Oh no, he's down! He's down! And Mortal's gonna drop a couple of players as well. VSG Avi, though, replying back onto... Actually, not replying back. He's just putting in the pain, turning the pain screws onto Marcus Gaming and continuing to put in the pain is going to be Crawl. HB from VSG Crawlers and Marcus Gaming will get eliminated without getting much done. A couple of minutes back, they had all 4 players alive, and now there are none. And in fact, we have 9 teams remaining as a circle of death does close on in. 30 alive in a circle. Team IND, they are looking good right now. 4, they haven't got a single kill yet, but all 4 players alive as the number of their opponents getting whittled down. They have controlled the compound as well, and they're looking good. VSG Crawlers, though, out in the open. They have a little bit of a ridge, a little bit of a tree cover, but that's not much to work with. And they are facing a lot of trouble, getting shot at by multiple teams as Vexy's going to get a drop onto Evo. Ines Slayer is going to drop Avi, and VSG Crawlers, they just might be out of it. They're taking damage from the blue as well. But while that's happening, the Playzon's going to drop on Vexy, who was getting 2 tunnel vision, and now HB entering the fray.
And look at that. Look at Team Indy. They've lost 3 players falling down. Kratos being the last member alive. Soul will definitely capitalize on this particular situation. Kratos is in a whole world of trouble right now. He's pinned down to a single tree and he needs to do a lot. But I think that will be the end of Team Indy.
That's heartbreaking. That's so heartbreaking for IND.
The way they got finished off, I mean, I had a heartbreak right now because 3 players getting knocked by falling down play.
That is just unfortunate. Had all 4 alive. But speaking of 4 alive, there's one team right now everyone's going to be having their eyes on. It's Team Soul. Ines in the running as well. Fnatic, still the 2 wolves in the Fnatic lineup, still there hunting, looking for more synergy. 1 player remains, and I do believe Sirvi has been knocked down to the zone. That's how dangerous Sirvi is. And from far, far, far away, Ted is going to meet his maker, and Synergy are down for the count. Mortal adding 1 more notch to his tally.
I mean, we might just get to see a chicken dinner from Team Soul. I think we had the odds stacked against this team. We have always, kind of undermined our Team Soul over here. We thought that this might not be for them. But look at the changes. We've got Sangwan playing in, and he's been delivering. He's already gotten 4 frags to his belt. And now, I guess this might be the return of Sangwan, and maybe we get to see a lot of, Sangwan from Team Soul. But always being knocked down by Ines Kapshi slowly because he tried to enter inside the circle, but Ines was there watching him off. And now it all comes down to Ronak. Will he be able to stand the onslaught of the members of Team Ines or not? That only time will tell.
Time will tell indeed. Bear in mind, without doubt, 4 teams remaining, and it's even Stevens almost. Fnatic are actually in a very rough spot here. They have only 2 players remaining alive, of which one is on his knees. Regeltoss, he's not stopping anytime soon. It doesn't matter if he's the last man standing. He's not going to go out without a fight. As Oasis will finally be taken down. 3 teams remain. Fnatic, 1 member alive. And of course, for the other 2 teams, Team Soul with 4, INES with 4, and they're going to be battling it out. And Fnatic, that 1 final wolf just roaming around in the white, hidden amongst the trees, amongst the grass, not showing himself, and he shouldn't be. That's Ronak crawling, snaking, and I do believe he's finally been spotted by Badrev, and that's going to be it for Ronak. Fnatic coming out in 3rd place with 4 kills, and it is down to a 4v4, ladies and gentlemen. We have Soul Sangwon on fire, and they're going to be facing off against Team INES, who would desperately be looking for that chicken dinner. And Kapshi being spotted out. I do believe his knees were spotted there by Viper and the M24 ringing out loud across the frozen tundra of Vikendi, and the road separating them. That road could be the highway of death. As Soul, they gotta have to go for the move here because the circle's not favoring them. It is indeed favoring INES, and look at the fire being laid down by Machine. The Machine with the bullets is gonna blow up the vehicle, and now they still have a little bit of land to traverse their Team Soul, and they're gonna be snaking this one as we're down to final 2 teams in the server.
I mean, you see those smokes all right coming in, and Mortal did try to move in from the left. That was a good effort, but INES is looking well prepared for them as we see Padrev kind of pincering down the members of Team Soul and will definitely manage to get that knock onto it. Sangwan, now things have gotten really interesting. This is the actual test whether Team Soul can get inside the circle, even having the circle not in their favor. Ines still holding their grounds. They still have the compounds. Things have gotten really interesting. Sangwan did not even get that res, and that was so quick, which really meant that he was way out of his position. But he is helpless. We have to be admitting to that fact, because there's nothing absolutely. You've just got a few trees, you've just got a few rocks. But look at Team Ines. They've got all their covers. They've got the fence, they've got the rock, they've got the compounds. It looks really tough time for Team Soul right now.
This is basically, if you ask me, the exact recreation of what we saw in Miramar, where it was Orange Rock versus Fnatic. Fnatic had the high ground advantage, had everything going for them, even had them, and somehow Orange Rock defying the odds, defying everything, managing to bounce back. As Mortal, he's still in the running here. He's going to be taking a cover, repositioning himself. That's smart from him. He does a little bit of damage. Badrev, he doesn't even have a helmet remaining here. One shot from this rifle could be quite impactful indeed. And now they're going to be tossing in the nades and the smokes, in fact, and nades raining in. It's going to fall short though, as Machine's going to find Viper. That is massive. Now Erangel toss, he has a little bit of cover inside of the bush. He's going to heal himself. Mortal out in the open, and Viper is going to meet his maker. 2 players remain for Team Soul, and one by one they're falling by the wayside. Yes, they can smell that chicken dinner in the air, and they're hungry, they're looking for it, and they might just be going in for the kill here. Erangel toss and Mortal remain, and that's all that's left standing for Team Soul, and the circle will be shrinking in about 30 seconds. So this is a very patient stand from Ines. They can just go in for the kill if they want to, but considering they're not too sure where Erangel toss is, they're going to be biding their time, waiting for the zone to push Soul out from their comfort position. Mortal inching away to the sides. He's trying to spot something, but a wall of smoke being deployed. I love this play from Ines. They're using it to push in, and they're going to be spotting on Mortal. Brilliantly played by